The dog sat outside, shivering from the cold. He watched people pass by, hoping someone would stop, but no one did. Merzlik was a stray dog in Buryatia, struggling to survive in the freezing weather. He had nowhere to go, no food, and no warmth. His thin fur couldn't protect him from the biting cold. If no one helped, he wouldn't make it. But fate had other plans for him. A volunteer named Oksana noticed him in a dacha neighborhood in early October. The area wasn't the best. Many families left their pets behind when summer ended. Merzlik, as the volunteers called him, had clearly belonged to someone before. He was clean, well-fed, and had the trusting nature of a pet who once had a home. He has the bite of a Pekingese and the energy of an electric broom, volunteers joked. They tried to find him a family, but no one wanted him. They got him a temporary place, but the owners couldn't let him inside. He lived outside, even as the weather got colder. Volunteers gave him a warm sweater and a sheltered spot, but it wasn't enough. His small body couldn't fight off the frost. Winter was coming fast, and Merzlik was running out of time. That's when Yana Shkurenkova, a volunteer from the Yuna Animal Rehabilitation Center in Moscow, stepped in. She had been helping animals for years and knew Merzlik had a better chance in Moscow. They had an adoption event coming up where many pets found homes. Merzlik just needed to get there. Volunteers made all the arrangements. He needed vaccinations, train tickets, and supplies for the journey. The trip took 4 days. Since Merzlik was small, he didn't have to stay in a cage. Instead, he roamed the train car, making friends with the guides. He wasn't allowed outside. He might get scared and run away. But he handled the journey well. When he arrived in Moscow, he was checked by a vet and placed in quarantine for a few days. Then, it was time for the adoption event. Merzlik didn't waste a second. He wagged his tail, looked up at visitors with hopeful eyes, and even offered his paw. That's all it took. A couple saw him and instantly fell in love. Merzlik finally had a home. His new family included a cat, who quickly became his friend. His owners sent videos showing him happily playing, walking outside in stylish sweaters, and finally feeling warm and safe. No more cold, no more loneliness. Merzlik's journey from the freezing streets to a loving home was complete.